Can you talk about the plot of this movie?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very comic book type of story. I mean, the quote that's out it is it's kind of like a lovable loser kind of guy. He's a good guy, but he has the worst day of his life, and basically everything that can happen badly to him or does happen, and so he gets fired. He thinks he's going to get promoted, but he gets fired. His car gets towed and impounded. He finds out that his wife is cheating on him with the guy who got the promotion instead of him, and he actually tries to do himself in, and he can't even do that right. So he just it's a bad day, and at the same time, there's a mosquito-borne virus that is going around the world that's like 100 times worse than the West Nile virus. I mean, it's killing people all over the place, and so all these different pharmaceutical companies are racing to make a cure, and then there are some not so nice people that end up abducting him and doing an experiment on him. And because he's worked at a nuclear power plant for the past 11 years of his life, he's not the right guy that they should have tried to experiment with, because terrible things happen and he becomes a half man, half mosquito. And things happen. He's a really good guy, but the people that did him wrong have to pay, and they do, and that's kind of what. So he's a hero slash anti-hero. Hopefully, the people that he takes care of, you're actually rooting for him in the process because they're bad. So that's it.
How long do you guys expect to be filming in Pontiac?
We've got another, I think, 8 days. So we've been here for 3.5 weeks. It's a 5-week shoot, so it's primarily been Pontiac. We had a couple days in Troy. We've got a couple days later this week at OU, the campus in OU. We're going to use the Shotwell Pavilion and build a good-sized set there and shoot there, because I do a lot of stuff with the school, as you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, but Pontiac's been great. It was the right decision to come here. It was the right decision to work with the city. Everybody has. It's been a partnership. I mean, it's really been a partnership with Pontiac in helping them make this movie happen. And I mean, Pontiac police officers and cars and fire and EMS, and they're in the movie. You know, so the movie takes place in Pontiac. You know, we don't say it's Smithville, USA, shooting in Pontiac. We actually, we're making it take place in Pontiac.
So you're getting a really good feel of what Pontiac is by.
Oh yeah,
doing this.
believe me, I have a feel for what Pontiac is. I have been in all the nooks and crannies of Pontiac, and we've shot some really beautiful stuff here. And the great thing about Pontiac also is it has some great architecture. It's got some big buildings, so you can make it look like a bigger city than it is in terms of how we're shooting the movie. So Pontiac works. It's Pontiac is a character in the film.
Let's talk about the tax incentive and how that brought the film here.
Sure. I'm here because of the tax incentive. I mean, seriously, we're filming this movie in Michigan because of the incentive. I have family in Michigan. I've been a Michigan resident for a year. My family has been residents in Rochester Hills for the last 5 years. But I wouldn't, it's great that my family's here. So for me, it's the best of both worlds. But I would not be making the movie here if it wasn't for the tax incentive.
Is this your first movie made entirely in Detroit then?
In Michigan, yeah. Absolutely. This is it. First one. First of many, hopefully.
Cool. I'd like to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, we've got plans to do a lot. A lot here.
See, Lloyd Kaufman's coming to town.
Lloyd is here. Yes, he is playing the president of the company that I work for. Because, yes, I am Jim. I am Sucker. And this might, hold on one second, because this might be about a set build that I have to get made. No, this is just from the... I haven't even for the extra film, sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, I will wait on that.
There you go.
I'm trying to get this set built at OU, and I'm waiting impatiently to make sure I can get it done in time.
Yeah, I understand that.
But yeah, no, Kimberly and I are producing partners, and she's great at what she does, and so it's good to be able to have people you can depend on.
So how did Lloyd get involved in the film?
One of our other partners is Stephen Eckelberry, who's also my editor.
Okay.
And Stephen has known Lloyd for a long time. And actually, this is from the Detroit Independent Film Festival, because Babysitter was the opening night movie, and Lloyd's movie, Poultry Guys, was in the next night, and Lloyd came the opening night for a little while, and again, he's known Steven for quite some time, and they started talking, and there's a part in this movie that Lloyd was right for, and we just started talking, and I was like, yeah, he could do this. It'd be great. It'd be great to have him in the movie, and helps us, helps him, helps everybody. So, yeah.
Cool.
How many of the cast and crew is from Michigan or California?
I would say 95% of our cast and 95% of our crew are Michigan.
Could you go over some of the other stars in the film?
Sure. There is. Let me just wait to make sure this is not my. Okay, no, this is just a very lovely little note. It's very nice. Jordan Trevelyan, who is from Farmington Hills, and she's a young actress who I think has worked in about 5 or 6 movies that have come to Michigan since they started coming. She's great. She's great. She plays the female lead. She's my love interest in the movie. Kimberly, as we talked about before, she plays a small part as my wife who shouldn't have been cheating on me. And she's starting a lot of stuff. Going back to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, she was one of the princesses in that, but there's a whole bunch of things. Monty Bain plays the lead detective in it. He also stars in. He's one of the stars of my other movie, Babysitter Wanted. Oh. So yeah, he plays the guy you think is the bad guy.
Okay.
So Danny Mooney, who plays the other lead detective, he's a U of M grad, also a terrific young producer and director, as well as actor. Lots of great Michigan talent. Who am I forgetting? Because I know I'm forgetting people.
I understand. There's so many people involved.
So
something like this.
Yeah.
You talk about the distribution. It's gonna be national release, DVD festival.
We're keeping all of our options open. I mean, our company, Big Screen Entertainment Group, has a distribution deal with Warner Brothers for DVD and TV, and we might go that route. It all depends on. The movie will definitely get distributed because of our distribution arm, but dependent on the size of distribution. And right now, I mean, we're fortunate that we have distribution. How we go about it, how we plan to do it, we'll see what happens. So, no. Anybody else?